Ludwig van Beethoven, 1770–1827, matte white neck of semi-light gray, completely clean, without blemish. Sixth sphere. I eagerly awaited the evening, and the long-anticipated meeting with one of my favorite composers. I sensed that this would be an extraordinary encounter. We prepared our modest dining room. 2 vases of flowers were placed beneath the icons, and a 3-candle candelabrum was lit. We dressed as if expecting honored guests. Then I placed Beethoven's Third Symphony, the Eroica, dedicated to Napoleon, on the record player, and we sat down. The first powerful chords rang out. Gradually, the orchestra created an atmosphere filled with calls to struggle and heroism, evoking the turbulent years of the early 19th century. As the movement unfolded, it seemed as if both titans, Beethoven and Napoleon, were being summoned through the music itself. The immense waves of sound alternated between power and nostalgia. The clarinet emerged from the orchestral sea, sometimes stormy, sometimes gentle. The music felt like a cosmic command, urging one towards struggle, courage, and ultimate commitment. Victory seemed inevitable. You could feel it approaching. You could almost touch it. At last the movement ended. I stopped the record player. The 2 visitors had listened in silence. Beethoven sat with bowed head. Napoleon alternated between reflection and admiration for his friend. When the first movement ended, both turned their gaze towards us. Napoleon, thank you, dear friends, for presenting this magnificent token of affection, the symphony my beloved friend dedicated to me. Thank you for this pleasant evening, pleasant both for Beethoven and for me. I brought him here so that he might share a small portion of the great works he has composed here, works unknown to earthly people. Veronica, Beethoven seems to be summoning someone. How strange. Something resembling a piano is approaching on wheels. No one is pushing it. A small, wheeled stool comes with it. George, what is the instrument made of? Veronica, it resembles mature oak wood, yet almost silky. Perhaps some translucent material, almost like a form of plastic. Its sides are decorated with delicate lace-like ornamentation. It has come near. Beethoven has seated himself before it and placed his hands on the keyboard. He seems ready to tell us something. Beethoven, my beloved friends, I know how deeply you admire me. I know that many times you have spoken of me as immortal. I know of your passionate affection, and of the times you have even called me a saint. A saint I am not. Yet I rejoice in the beauty and peace of the marvelous city in which I dwell. Those whom people call saints do not claim that title for themselves either. They merely accept the admiration and affection of those who love them. Only the great divine governor is holy, righteous, impartial, pure, and all-powerful. We consider ourselves merely servants. Each of us delights in the beauty granted by divine law, and is drawn to the place prepared through his own efforts. Now, because I enjoy improvising, I shall first play for you, using a palm leaf from a tree unknown on your planet. I carry it with me. Veronica, he reaches inside his garment. He has taken out a broad, pointed leaf. He places it against his palm and raises it to his lips. Beethoven began to play. I heard nothing, but Veronica reproduced the melody by whistling it. The music resembled an aria of extraordinary emotional depth. It moved slowly, filled with gravity and passion. Beethoven, this is what I play when souls rise beyond us toward the higher cities. Now I shall portray their arrival before the governor. Veronica again reproduced the melody. The solemnity deepened into something resembling an ardent prayer. Beethoven, now I shall express the moment when the soul stands before the throne, receives its judgment, and is drawn toward its appointed place. The theme returned. It became clearer, brighter, almost joyful for a moment, before ending with an unexpected dramatic conclusion. Veronica could no longer restrain her tears. Though the final section moved more quickly, the emotional tension of the earlier portions remained overwhelming. The sound produced by the leaf resembled neither flute nor whistle. The sound itself seemed alive. Each melodic line felt like a living messenger carrying meaning. The piece resembled a short musical poem in 3 movements, andante grave allegro vivace, with a surprising conclusion. Beethoven folded the leaf and sat at the instrument. Veronica, what he is playing now is more than a prayer. It is a hymn rising and falling in deeply moving waves. Beethoven, I composed this when I wished to undertake another journey to earth. But realizing that it might not succeed, I abandoned the attempt and interrupted the piece abruptly, just as you observed. George, what occupies your time in your world? Beethoven, there is neither day nor night among us. There is perpetual light. Everything around us serves and responds to us. I delight in nature and create all kinds of instruments, inventing new compositions. Those around me enjoy them, and so do I. George, if you have instruments, then surely there are others with you. Beethoven, yes, we are a group. I have highly gifted musicians with me. Some never journeyed to Earth at all. Others traveled to different planets and later returned. Together we perform wonders in music. Imagine this. We play without scores. We have favorite compositions that we occasionally revisit, but our greatest mastery lies in improvisation. George, extraordinary. I adore improvisation. Only true masters can improvise. Once I attended a concert by the great vibraphonist Lionel Hampton, and he completely captivated me. Beethoven, let me tell you something else. My favorite orchestra is nature itself. When I play upon my leaf, all of nature sings around me. Flowers answer me. Garlands among the shrubs respond. The trees sing beside me. George, how can that be? Vegetation produces sounds? Beethoven, yes. I stand before a cluster of bushes and conduct them. Their leaves begin to sing more beautifully than any orchestra. If my friends did not stop me, I would conduct for centuries without pause. George, could you bring one of these bushes here so that we might hear it? Beethoven, we cannot. Only those from the 7th, 8th, and 9th spheres can do that. You have friends there, we know this. Ask them, and perhaps they will show you. George, I want to ask something. How do you build this piano-like instrument? Beethoven, I assemble it. I fasten the pieces together, join them, shape them as I wish. George, do you have tools? Beethoven, yes, everything I need to fulfill my desires. I was always curious. I constantly sought new things. My friend Napoleon remains fascinated by battles. As for me, my hands are always moving. Even when I do not wish to, my fingers move on their own. Each person creates only what already exists within him. No one can give what he does not possess. The body that never dies departs carrying its character with it. Character remains unchanged. Napoleon suffers because he longs to command armies again. I suffer because I long for orchestras. Yet in truth, nothing is really new. I cannot help it. Yet the musical company around me satisfies every longing. Everything here merges into a single happiness. Why do you still desire an orchestra on Earth? Beethoven, I do not know. On Earth a person can do whatever he wishes. Here, although you are free, you cannot always do exactly as you please. George, what would you like to do that you cannot? Beethoven, I do everything I want. I wave my hands endlessly. Beethoven smiles. Veronica, Napoleon is laughing heartily. George, I see that Napoleon is rather fond of you as well. Beethoven, there are many like him. Because I create pleasant atmospheres, people gather around me. When they see the petals of a flower begin to move, they marvel. Without intending to, I start conducting, and an orchestra forms around me. Everything nearby responds with musical sounds of astonishing variety and unity. Napoleon, well then, how did you like it? Beethoven, wonderful. I myself was nearly unable to recover from everything I experienced. When Our Lady Georgina visits us again, we shall call for you. George, one final request, Beethoven. We would like to see your spiritual colors. Veronica. He rose from the piano. His garments fell away. He is a matte white, with a large luminous light gray collar around his neck. He has a cup upon his chest. What does it mean? Beloved Beethoven, what does the cup signify? Beethoven, a gracious power granted for the work one is called to perform. George, we thank you, dear friends, for the unexpected evening you have given us through your presence and your willingness to answer our questions. Napoleon, and we thank you for the affection you have shown us.